We are with Craig Button and Frankie Corrado. And guys, Canada survives, reaches the gold medal game where they're going to face the American. It's a matchup everyone had circled since the Four Nations face-off. So, Craig, right off the bat, how do these teams stack up?
Well, I mean, I don't think any of us are surprised that Canada and the USA are going to play in the gold medal game. And hey, listen, they got tested at different points by different countries, but they found a way to get to where they wanted to get to. Now it's about getting the ultimate, getting that gold medal. So I think that they stack up really nicely. I mean, Jordan Binnington has shown he's right up to the task. Connor Hellebuck, right up to the task. Quinn Hughes has been fantastic. Cale Makar's been fantastic. Connor McDavid's been fantastic. Jack Eichel's been fantastic. So, you know, you look at how they stack up. Yeah, like it is. I mean, the Four Nations went to overtime. It was a tight game, and certainly you watch and you see and you go, okay, does one team have an edge here? Does another team have an edge there? You've built for this moment, and I think that one thing that's really happened for both these teams, they've become hardened through this tournament. Nothing has been easy as they reach the gold medal game, and nothing's going to be easier once they get into that gold medal game.
The margins for error in this game are going to be super slim. It could be one mistake that costs you. Maybe it's a mishandle of the puck behind the net. Maybe it's an errant stick that leads to a power play, but it's going to come down to one play, one mistake. It's going to be a tight game, and Team Canada has had to realize something here, is that once the game's tightened up, what they wanted to do off the rush, the fancy stuff, the skate at 200 feet and lead to a scoring chance, it just wasn't there for them. So they've had to adapt. And the game they've had to adapt to is the game the Americans want to play. The ground and pound, cycle game, big bodies, keep you to the outside of the ice. That's what the Americans were built for. So it feels like Team Canada is going to have to try and get the Americans to play their game, or Team Canada's going to have to win it playing the U.S.'s game, and that team was designed to play that style of hockey.
Yeah, they sure were. Now, we all know the list of the most dangerous Canadians: McDavid, McKinnon, Celebrini, Makar. You mentioned some of them already. Craig, when it does come to Team USA, who are the game breakers that Canada should be aware of?
Well, I think the number one guy is Quinn Hughes. Quinn Hughes is going to play 30 minutes. And the way that he plays the game, he dictates the game. But he dictates the game on his terms. He doesn't know what he's going to do. He's going to read it and understand what can I take advantage of. So he becomes really difficult to defend against. So it's going to take what I feel is it's not about one player matching up against him. It's about saying, okay, we know we can escape that. Make sure we have support back here with that. The blue line as a whole for the U.S. with Werenski, I mean, he can really get that puck up. And then you have Faber and you have Slavin and you have McAvoy, who are so good. So I think if Canada can get forechecking, and they had a really good example of that against Finland, and to Frankie's point earlier, that style of game, Canada won that style of game against Finland. It'll be a little bit harder against the USA, but I think that's where I'd be looking at. If you can limit, you're not going to take Quinn Hughes out of the game. If you can limit him, your chances are much better to beat the US.
I completely agree with you, Craig. That's player number one, Quinn Hughes. How do you make sure that the puck is not on his stick as much as he wants it to be when he's on the ice? Because he does have a way of controlling the game. But there's a second factor here, and that's the Tkachuk brothers. What do they do, and what kind of impact do they have when they're on the ice against Connor McDavid and Macklin Celebrini and Nathan McKinnon? We know there's going to be cross-checks, there's going to be chirps, there's going to be, gloves in the face, all the things that make the Tkachuk brothers them, and their signature moves around them. But how does Team Canada handle that? And do they work hard to get Canada's best players away from that kind of stuff? That will be an interesting dynamic to see how it unfolds throughout the course of that game. But Quinn Hughes and the Tkachuk brothers could be center stage in the gold medal game.
I think what's guaranteed is that we will all be entertained by this game. Now, Craig, you predicted the Americans would win gold, and now that the final is set, are you sticking with your prediction?
I am, and I know the margins are tight. I thought that the U.S. was built. We've talked about how they've been built. I think that they believe that they're the better team, and now you got to go and show it. They've talked the talk. Like, stop the talking. You got to go out and walk the walk. I think that a real X factor here now could be they could win it because Sidney Crosby is not in the lineup for Canada, just like Quinn Hughes wasn't in the lineup for the Four Nations Championship game. They didn't have McAvoy. Those two guys are ready to go. So I think, to Frankie's point, the margins are real tight. I'm sticking with my USA prediction.
All right, for the sake of making this a 50-50 split, I am going to say Team Canada.
Thank you,
because
Frankie.
Craig, you touched on it. Yeah, that's right. No Sidney Crosby for Canada, so you're at a little bit of a deficit. But what I would say is this. There will be a massive motivation for all the players on Canada if Sidney Crosby is not able to play to get him a gold medal. And know that Sidney Crosby has never let anyone down. None of those players. He's lived up to every expectation. He's been the idol that they wanted and needed, and they will find a way to prevail for Sidney Crosby. That is the reason why. Maybe I'm grasping at straws, but that is the main reason why Team Canada will beat USA.
Right, and with Crosby, I mean, he is still day to day, so there is a small chance he could play Sunday. We wait and see, but this is the third gold medal meeting between the two countries, with NHLers playing. The Canadians won in 2002 and 2010.